Imagine you're standing in a room full of people you want to impress, perhaps a high-stakes meeting or a quiet gallery. And despite your best efforts to look composed, your hands won't stop adjusting your watch, and your weight keeps shifting from foot to foot. Research shows that your brain receives more information from your muscles and joints than it does from your conscious thoughts. And that is why thinking yourself calm almost never works when your body is signaling panic. In this video, we aren't going to talk about power poses or life hacks. Instead, we are going to explore the profound behavioral science of embodied cognition and how stillness is the ultimate expression of internal power. If you have ever felt like a passenger in your own skin, today we are going to talk about how to come home to your body and project a level of calm that words could never describe. 1. The body as the architect of the mind. The old way of looking at ourselves was simple. The brain is the boss, and the body is just the vehicle. But modern psychology tells a much more interesting story called embodied cognition. This is the idea that your physical state doesn't just reflect your mood, it creates it. Think of a time you were walking through a dark, unfamiliar street at night. Even if you told yourself, "I'm safe," if your shoulders were pulled up to your ears and your breath was shallow, your brain refused to believe you. It looked at the tension in your neck and concluded, "We are in danger." The insight here is that your nervous system is a feedback loop. Your brain is constantly checking in with your posture to see how it should feel. If you are collapsed, hunched, or constantly moving, you are telling your internal chemistry to stay in a state of high alert.
I once knew a trial lawyer who was legendary for his presence. He didn't have a booming voice. In fact, he spoke quite softly. But when he stood at the podium, he was like a mountain. He didn't fidget, he didn't lean. He existed in a state of total physical alignment. He understood that to convince the jury, he first had to convince his own nervous system that he was the most stable thing in the room. The lesson is this: you cannot think your way out of anxiety if your body is rehearsing a tragedy. To apply this today, stop trying to relax your mind. Instead, notice one area of physical bracing, perhaps your jaw or your toes, and simply let it meet the ground. Don't force a pose, just stop resisting gravity. 2. Stillness is the absence of an exit strategy. We live in an age of constant micro-movement. We tap our phones, we bounce our knees, we adjust our colors. We think these are just nervous habits, but behaviorally they are something much deeper. They are exit strategies. Every time you fidget, you are signaling to your brain and to everyone watching that you are not fully comfortable in the present moment. You are trying to discharge the energy of discomfort through movement. Consider the predator and the prey in the wild. The prey is twitchy, eyes darting, muscles tensed for flight. The predator, when it isn't hunting, is the epitome of stillness. It doesn't waste energy. It is grounded. In human social hierarchies, we unconsciously mirror this. The person who can sit in total stillness without the need to fill the void with movement is perceived as the person with the most resources and the least fear. I remember watching a mentor of mine handle a massive corporate crisis. While everyone else was pacing and gesturing wildly, he sat perfectly still. His hands were resting on the table like heavy stones. By doing absolutely nothing, he became the anchor for everyone else's chaos.
When you master the art of being still, you aren't just being quiet. You are demonstrating that you are not afraid of the current moment. You are signaling that you have nowhere else you'd rather be. If you're finding value in this perspective shift, consider subscribing to our journey. We explore these deeper layers of human behavior every week, helping you navigate the world with a bit more grace. Now, let's look at how posture transforms the way others perceive your competence. 3. The gravity of presence. Posture is often taught as a matter of standing up straight to look taller, but the behavioral truth is about how you occupy space. When we feel threatened, we physically shrink. We protect our soft spots, the throat, the belly, the heart. We round our shoulders and tuck our chins. This is a biological fetal response designed to minimize the target we present to an enemy. Perceived calm comes from the opposite, the willingness to be exposed. It is the courage to keep the front of the body open and the spine long. This isn't about being aggressive, it's about being uncollapsed. When you stand or sit with an open posture, you are signaling to the world that you do not perceive the environment as a threat. Think of a veteran stage actor. They don't act confident. They simply allow their weight to be fully supported by the floor. They don't hold themselves up. They let the ground push back. The insight is that confidence is not a feeling you get. It is a physical relationship with gravity.
Your action step for this is simple. Throughout the day, ask yourself, am I hiding? Check if your arms are crossed tightly or if you are leaning away from the person you are talking to. Instead of correcting it with a rigid military posture, simply imagine a string pulling the crown of your head toward the sky, leaving your chest open and your breath free. 4. The mirror of the tribe. Human beings are mirroring machines. We have neurons dedicated to feeling what we see in others. This is why when you meet someone who is truly calm in their body, you suddenly feel your own heart rate slow down. If your posture is frantic and your movements are jagged, you trigger a threat response in the people around you. They might not know why, but they will feel uneasy, impatient, or defensive. On the other hand, if you move with deliberate slowness and maintain a steady physical frame, people will instinctively trust you. They perceive your calm as a sign of competence. I once worked with a young executive who complained that no one took him seriously. He spoke well, but he was always vibrating. His eyes were constantly moving, his hands were never still. We didn't change his words, we only worked on his physical finish. We practiced ending a sentence and staying physically still for 3 seconds afterward. The shift was immediate. His colleagues started leaning in when he spoke. By changing his physical punctuation, he changed his social value. The point to realize is that your stillness is a gift to others. In a world of high-frequency noise, your physical silence becomes a vacuum that pulls people in.
Next time you are in a conversation, try this. When you finish speaking, don't move. Don't nod excessively. Don't reach for your coffee. Just stay in the frame of your body. Watch how the dynamic of the room shifts toward you. 5. Integrating the quiet power. We have discussed the body as an architect, stillness as a lack of an exit strategy, and the social mirror. But how do we live this without it becoming another performance? The secret is that you don't do stillness, you allow it. Most of us are carrying around a backpack of unnecessary tension. We are constantly holding ourselves together. Perceived calm, the kind that feels authentic and unshakable, comes when you finally realize you don't have to hold anything up. The earth is already holding you. The air is already there to be breathed. When you see a person who is truly calm, you aren't seeing someone who is trying to be calm. You are seeing someone who has stopped trying to be anything else. They have accepted their physical presence in time and space. This is the embodied paradox. To be seen as powerful, you must stop trying to project power and instead start being present in your own skin. Your final practice is this. For 1 minute a day, sit in a chair and do nothing. Don't meditate. Don't breathe in a specific pattern. Just feel the weight of your body against the seat. Notice the urge to move, to itch, to adjust, and just let that urge pass like a wave. Become the mountain that doesn't need to move to prove it's there. True calm isn't a technique you apply to your life. It is the natural state that emerges when you stop running away from yourself. You don't need to learn how to be calm. You just need to stop practicing the behaviors of being frantic. Your body already knows the way back to center. It is waiting for you to simply be still enough to listen. Stand tall,
Move with intention and trust that your silence is often the most powerful thing you can say.